Hey guys, today I'm taking you along with me as I prepare food and pack and get the house ready for a short getaway we're having in our brand new camper. Yes, you heard me right. We got a camper about 2 months ago. Later, after I'm dressed and brave enough to go out in this freezing weather, I will show you the camper, show you how I've decorated it, show you all the stuff that I've stocked it with to make it easy for travel for our little family of 4. I am so excited. We're taking it out for the first time ever. This is our, we're doing like a 2-night getaway in Alabama at the Space Center and anything else we run into. We chose the Space Center because we're doing astronomy right now for school and it's not that far away. So pretty excited. However, I do have a lot to prepare. I've got small group here tonight. I've got a friend coming over today. I have lots to do for school, homemaking, plus preparing for the trip and having my home ready for company. So it's gonna be a full, fabulous, fun day and I'm gonna take you along with me. So we've had some really rainy, kind of scary weather for the last 3 days. The boys and I have not left the house since Monday. So we've been home all day Monday, all day Tuesday. Hector stayed home all day Monday, but yesterday he did have to head out. And while he was out, we did a FaceTime call while he was at the grocery store and he got everything I needed. So I don't have to go to the store, which is such a blessing. The boys and I sat down and I asked them what they wanted me to make while we were on our trip. So the decisions were bacon, egg, and cheese croissant breakfast sandwiches for both days. We're gonna do sandwiches for lunch with hummus and veggies and nuts and fruit. And then for dinner, the first night, I'm gonna do a 1-pot veggie chicken curry with rice. And the second night, an orange chicken stir fry with rice. I'll probably make the rice ahead of time for that second dinner so that I don't have to cook with 2 pots, even though I could in the camper. I just want to have 1-pot meals for space and mess sake. I'm also making some bone broth, a big container of tuna salad, and cookies today to bring already made on the trip. Going on a morning walk with my girl. Let's do this, baby. It's been raining so much these last 3 days that we haven't had a proper walk. So I've got to get several in today before we leave her behind. My mom will take her on some walks, but what are those birds? I couldn't get a look at them. Here she be, our cute little camper. It's a Coleman Dutchman. I have no idea if that's the full name of the model to tell you like more about it, but I'll find out before I post this video so I can say it or at least type it out properly. So this is our beauty and we're pretty pumped. It sleeps 4 comfortably, but you can squeeze 5 in. The dining room can convert into a bed, a 5th bed. And so we will be taking this baby out. We're probably gonna pull it up to the front of the house today, stock it up with everything we need, and depart tomorrow after lunch. I will show you the inside later because I don't have the key right now. And really, I'm just on a walk with Roxy. But I gotta get back to the house, get dressed, get school going, and start packing and prepping food. So, what my friend and I are doing when she comes over today is we're gonna pull out our calendars, look at all the state parks that we want to go to that are within 2 hours drive, and mark up the calendar with dates that we will tentatively be going to those places. We also want to look up museums for fun field trip ideas for our kiddos, and we'll do those things together and invite other homeschool mamas to join us if they want, but we're setting the schedule, and if anybody else wants to show up, they're welcome to. Every year I'm like, oh, I want to go to this state park or that state park, and then I don't do it. I do a field trip day where we're gone all day, and it's at the end of it, I'm like, we should do this more often, but then it's like once a year. So I want to do like once a month and take advantage of the freedom we have as homeschoolers. So that's what we're doing today. Also, right now, Hector is installing a pull-up bar with the boys. So I have kitchen time. I'm gonna do as much as I possibly can for today's meals, as well as prepping for the trip's meals, and see how far I get. And we'll do school whenever they're done and Daddy heads to work, which may be much later and maybe even after my friend's visit. So we'll just see how the day goes and go with the flow. Okay, so I've got chicken drumsticks cooking in the oven so that we can eat them at lunch, and I could use the bones to make bone broth overnight. I'll have to strain it tomorrow before we leave, but thankfully we've got all morning at home. Then I'll take the bone broth with us so I can make that chicken vegetable curry soup with rice that I'm planning on making in the camper, our first night for dinner. Then I cut up our deer roast so we can have that for dinner today. I have cinnamon rolls rising. I'm feeding my sourdough right now so I can get some sandwich rolls fermenting overnight, and then tomorrow morning I'll bake those to take with us. And I think, oh, I'll have to make cookies soon as well. And then I'll make a big batch of tuna, and I'll cook rice. I'll see how much rice we have left over tonight. If I need to cook rice tonight or tomorrow, I will, but that's easy. So I'm gonna save that for later. So I'm just gonna finish feeding my sourdough, getting cookies and bread going, and I'll feel caught up after I get those two things done. This wasn't as bad as it seemed when I was looking at it on paper. I spilled all my cream cheese icing, and it's the only cream cheese I have, so I am salvaging it as best I can. Not bad. I got a cup and a half of icing. So I love experiencing all different kinds of food, and for years I have made and only made the Pioneer Woman cinnamon rolls, and they are to die for, especially with the coffee icing using Hector's fresh roasted coffee. Amazing. But I am trying out Farmhouse on Boone's sourdough cinnamon rolls with cream cheese icing, and I followed the recipe exact. I usually would have modified some things, but I really wanted to get an idea of what the exact recipe was like, and it's definitely, my mouth is watering. It's definitely healthier. It was all my home milled grain. It was coconut oil instead of what I would normally use, vegetable oil in the dough, and my sourdough starter, organic cream cheese, which I love cream cheese, but I usually make the maple glaze from Pioneer Woman. So I am curious to see what this is like. I can already tell the texture is significantly different, which I'm not surprised. Of course, it's sourdough starter with all hard wheat grain flour, so it's not as fluffy, but that's okay. That doesn't mean it won't be delicious in its own way. I love it. Absolutely delicious. Like I said, I love different flavors, not the same thing every time. So I can't even really compare these compared to Pioneer Woman necessarily in like answering the question which one's better. They're just delicious in their own way. So I love it. Delicious. I feel less guilty eating this one. And I'm excited to see what the boys and daddy think. So my friend is doing such a huge favor for me. She is swinging by my other friend's house to get all of my milk and eggs that I usually pick up on Wednesdays on her way here. So that saves me an errand today, which is such a blessing because it's crazy over here today. I just saw Hector driving in the back of the property, so I think he's hitching up the camper to bring it to the front, which will be awesome because later when I go in there to start taking in our food and our towels and stuff like that, I will show you the camper. So I'm finishing up my cinnamon roll. I'm watching these cookies as they bake. I'm gonna leave all this out for now, not worry about it. My sourdough is probably needs another 2 to 3 hours before I can start my bread dough, and I'll have to finish that tomorrow, not today, which is fine because I have the morning. So in the morning, all I need to do is finish my bread, strain the bone broth, which I'm just making a really small batch of bone broth with the chicken bones from lunch, so I could probably just put it in a jar and take that with us. I'm going to finish the cookies. I have another batch after these are ready. Let them cool, pack them up, and then pull my calendar out and sit with my friend for a little while, let the kids play. Once she's gone, I will probably head to the camper and start putting the things in there that we need. And I doubt that we're gonna do school or workout today, just being real. I could try, but I have a feeling it's not gonna happen, so it's okay. The boys have both read already. Ivan has been building something with his father, praise the Lord. We will listen to audio and science in our car trip tomorrow, and we'll play games every night, have wonderful family time and Bible study, so I'm excited. And then of course we're going on a homeschool field trip pretty much to the Space Center, so they're gonna learn tons there, so it's gonna be awesome. I'm gonna finish my cinnamon roll. I took the last glass of milk for myself. I feel like I've been on my feet for 4 hours. I deserve the last cup of milk, but when the milk gets here, the boys can have some. Okay, we had a very pleasant visit. We filled up the calendar with fun field trips and state park visits dates. And now I'm switching the laundry. I didn't have to do laundry today. I just did anyway because there was literally just 2 loads. So I thought might as well clean all the clothes so that we have access to all of our clothes for our trip. Now I'm gonna go wash all the dishes, get dinner going, and probably pack all of the dry food that I can just put in bags on the kitchen floor, and then tomorrow we'll do the rest. And I need to start my bread dough because my sourdough is probably ready. I fed it about 5 hours ago, so it's ready to start. Also, I planned on taking you to the camper forever ago, but it started raining, so that interferes, and now you just have to wait. Well, I didn't get to show you the inside because it's locked, and Hector just left in a rush to help my friend who's stranded on the side of the road, but I couldn't go because we have small group here in less than an hour, so we needed to have somebody home to greet our company. I'm freezing and wet, and I've been cooking all day, but tomorrow will be more restful and lots of fun. I'm excited. As you can see, we are trying to get out of here. I am taking a broom and a Swiffer mop because the floors are nasty. Last night we had small group here and everybody wanted to see the camper, so it was super rainy and muddy and the floors got super dirty. So before we leave, I'm going to sweep and mop it, or at least once we get there, before we get in. So I bought a bunch of Swiffer things for specifically for the camper. So taking this, all the food is packed. These are ready. A little stroll before we head out. Let's go, girl. The trees were covered in ice this morning. Now the ice is melting and falling. Okay, here is the camper. We have a little shelf up there, little lights hanging, our AC unit, our queen size. This will be the generator we set up at the campsite. Little dining area with cute wildflower sketches.
Mom, do you need to move the car?
Not right now. Those are the rugs that will go on the floor after I clean. Our little kitchenette. We've got some vertical storage, some mugs, and our dishes up here and cups. We've got some spices, pots and pans. And this stuff's in the sink so it won't fall as we drive. Paper towel. We need a paper towel roll, guys. There's too little here. Bunk beds for the boys. A little stepping stool. A table. Got a little succulent, salt and pepper. Up there's a toaster and a mixing bowl. And then we've got a microwave and fridge. And we've got the restroom, some towel hooks, and some pine trees. I haven't put any wall art here yet, but I plan to. And this basket isn't sticking. That's the basket we wanted there for toiletries, shower gel and stuff, toilet paper roll, and a mirror to make the camper look bigger, but also to be able to see your outfit for the day. And then we've got this awesome heater right here that has a pretty little flame and it blows out warm air. Some storage right there for our luggage. There's also storage under here and under these benches, and then there's a compartment on the outside of the camper. We've got card games, tissue boxes, and that's it. Pretty soon I'll change the curtains. I would like to put some cute curtains in here, but that's not priority. And that one we might leave blackout like that. I'm not sure. And this will go on the outside when we park it. I think we need to take this out for this trip though. And I need to do these floors. And you know what? I need a towel also. Thank you for bringing the roll. I need a towel to put here so we can dry our feet when we come in and out. I have all this to take to the car and get on the road. It's already 1:40, so that's gonna get us there if we don't stop at like 4:30, which is fine. I would like to get there before dark since this is our first time ever doing this. We are definitely, I'm sure, gonna run into some unexpected learning curves. The house is tidy, everything's clean. The dogs and guineas are fed. The beds are made. The toilets are flushed. The trashes are out. The food is packed. All I need is a towel for the floor. And I feel like I've gotten everything. And we do need to buy some water bottles on the way there at Walmart. So the plan is to listen to Adventures in Odyssey, Farmer Boy, and Jonathan Park in the car. Music as well, I'm sure. And then we'll get there and set up. Probably won't film much until we're there. This is awesome.